Okay, now to question number 15, paper 2, May, June 2014, variant 3. This question here, questions about upper and lower bounds, which again is one of those topics where some students do have a bit of difficulty. So hopefully we can address those problems now. Okay, so they tell us that there's a rectangle. Its length is 127.3 centimeters and its width is 86.5 centimeters. So you have a rectangle. It's supposed to be a rectangle. The length is 127.3 centimeters and the width is 86.5 centimeters. However, these lengths, the length and the width, have both been corrected to one decimal place. So they were something either bigger or smaller than 127.3. When you rounded them, when you rounded the number, you ended up with 127.3 and 86.5. Okay, so we've got to find the upper and lower bound for the perimeter of the rectangle. Okay, so be very careful in these questions. A lot of people will mix up things like perimeter and area and so on. So they're asking for perimeter. Now remember, the perimeter is the length of the outline of the shape. So to find the perimeter of the shape, we've got to add together all the lengths and all the lines. So you've got the length plus the width plus the length plus the width. So the perimeter is going to be 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. Okay, this is going to be the length, it's going to be the width. I'll give you the perimeter. Now I've got to find the upper and lower bound of the perimeter of the rectangle. Now what I don't do is I don't add the numbers up. I don't put the numbers in as they are first and then think about upper and lower bound. No, I must think about, because it's a length and this width have been corrected to one decimal place. So I have to first think about what's the largest number that 127.3 could have been before it was rounded, and what's the smallest it could have been before it was rounded. Now, the way to do that is you look to see what they've been rounded to. It says here they've been corrected to one decimal place. Okay, one decimal place. Okay, now one decimal place is basically the nearest tenth, which is 0.1. So what we do is we take 0.1 and divide it by 2. That gives us 0.05. It's a very easy way to find upper and lower bounds. So what you do is you take 0.05 and you add it to the number and you subtract it from the number. So that's for the length, and that's for the width, it's 86.5. The upper bound will be plus 0.05 and the lower bound will be minus 0.05. Okay, so if we're finding the upper bound of the perimeter, we need to get the upper bound of the length and the upper bound of the width. Okay, so when you're adding together numbers to get the biggest possible answer, you've got to add together the biggest possible values. So the upper bound of the length is 127.35 and the upper bound of the width is 86.55. All right, this is where some people say, hold on a second, sir. If you have 127.35, if I round that, I'm not going to get 127.3, I'm going to get 127.4. Okay, now, this is the upper bound, despite what you say. Okay, and the reason being is the word upper bound, by definition, means everything up to, but not including that number. So if it was written as an equality, okay, for example, the possible values of the length, you would have it like this. So your length would be 127.35 and 127.25. That's the lower bound, and that's the upper bound. The upper bound means everything up to, but not including that number. Okay, so that's why we use the word upper bound. It actually means everything up to, not include that. So don't write 127.34 or or 127.349. So you write 127.35 because it means, upper bound means by definition everything up to, but not including that number. Okay, just before that number stops. So that's why we use the word upper bound. So this is going to be the upper bound of the perimeter. Okay, you take the calculator and you work out what that's going to be. So you have 2 times 127.35 plus 2 times 86.55. Oops, 2 times 86.55. Okay, so that gives us our answer, which is 427.8. 427.8 is the upper bound of the perimeter. And the lower bound, you do a very similar thing, but we take the lowest possible value. So instead of 127.3, it's 127.25 plus, so 86.55, it's 86.45, 0.5 less. Okay, so we take away 0.5 less. And that should give you a lower bound of the perimeter. Take our caustic calculator again. I'm going to have 2 times 127 point. Instead of 35, you're going to have 25. And instead of 86.55, we're going to have 86.45. Then we get an answer which is 427.4. 427.4 centimeters. So those are our 2 answers for the upper and lower bound of the perimeter of this rectangle. And there we have question number 15 done. Thank you for listening.